One of the things that we did have to take into account was the fact that the product that we were passing off was not the final form that this mannequin was going to have. Laura Mina was then going to take it and add her own padding to allow for the garment to slip more easily over the form.
The way that we will judge this to have been successful will be mostly feedback from Laura about the usability of it, if we can safely house the object and display it, if the conservator can work with it easily and the mannequin doesn't present any danger to the textile when she's dressing it, and we want it to look good. We want it to really display the garment with as much of the creator's intent as possible.
This is the multi-needle, so I mean you're really just doing this gesture, but then I can do that because this is a foam. If I lay the felt over it, all of this musculature I can get in pretty close and make sure it's really hugging all of those shapes, all of those curves.
Collaboration with our clients is my favorite part of the work. And she's already shown us so many things that we had never seen before. I can think of one thing off the top of my head right now, which is felting the mannequin. I'd never seen that done before, and I'm blown away by it.
One of the things that I notice looking at costumes worn by athletic people is even someone with a lot of muscles, their body isn't actually hard. It still has a little bit of softness to it. Most of the mannequin is made out of polyethylene foam, which is a semi-rigid plastic foam. On top of the polyethylene foam is a thin layer of polyester felt. And I attached the felt using a needle. So it's actually needle felted to the mannequin. And this meant that I didn't have to do any sewing and I could have really neat joins between pieces of felt. And that gives that little softness quality that even a very muscular person would have in their body. So it will look different than the very hard fiberglass mannequin. The felt is great for its softness, but it also has a little bit of a rougher texture, which would be really challenging for trying to pull on such a very, very fitted costume. So on top of the felt layer is a polyester stockinette, and this is basically a tube knit piece of fabric. These are designed for the medical industry, so they fit over bodies very well, and it creates a really nice smooth surface on top of that felt layer. So when the costume is dressed on the mannequin, it'll be much easier to pull it on over that smoother fabric layer.
When we first showed up for the consultation with the previous mannequin, the thing that was obvious was that it didn't reflect any part of what Chadwick Boseman looked like. Black Panther's silhouette is very iconic, and because this suit is completely covering his body, we needed it to look like him. People needed to see it and immediately know what they were looking at.
One of the challenges with working with mannequins, if you've ever tried to put clothes on a toddler, you know that when they're not interested in working with you, it takes a lot longer. And mannequins don't help you when you're trying to dress them. So having a team of people makes a big difference. Also though, this mannequin was really engineered so that different limbs come apart and detach in ways that help make the dressing easier. In the case of this mannequin, the arms can completely detach from the torso. So I can put the arms into the sleeves and then put that whole garment on, rather than trying to put the garment on a body with rigid arms, which would be much more complicated. Ultimately, the goal of the costume designer and her team was to create a costume that would really let viewers enjoy and connect with the character of Black Panther, and that the costume design work would really just support that character development and understanding. So I hope that when visitors see the costume in the exhibition, they won't be distracted in any way by the mount, because the costume will fit the mannequin just right and the pose will be really aligned with the story of the character. The mannequin really is meant to be that invisible support that lets you enjoy the story.
The Black Panther is a perfect example of many different skill sets being sort of brought to bear in one sort of concentrated effort.
Every single person on the team, we all had that vision, and even though we all had a little part of it, we all saw where we were going. And to run with that energy, I think, really did actually contribute to the success of the project.
Oh yeah, I mean, Black Panther's iconic. Chadwick Boseman in that role is iconic. You have to meet that challenge with something good.
Yes.
And I think our team, we did that.
Oh my God, y'all.
That looks awesome.
We did it!